y'all. Welcome back to another episode here on the From the Farmyard podcast. Today, we are once again adding a new video to the series. And if you've been here before, then you know the deal. This is the series where we invite a bunch of our Farmyard friends, people that we know or have met, people whom we call mentors, but most importantly, our friends. And today, I have some family with me. So without further ado, let's get into this episode and let our special guest introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Ocean Jane.
He is, how old are you?
9.
He's 9 years old. This is my cousin. He has been on the podcast before, so if you guys have seen it, this was a while back. This was like one of the first few episodes that we posted. I think you would have been only, it wasn't just last year, it was the year before that, right?
I believe so. I think it was before the Christmas special,
Yeah, I think you were like 7.
2022.
7 or 8 last time we had him on the podcast. He's 9 now, and we're just gonna do the same style of interviews that we've been doing, but we thought it'd be really neat to bring on, I know we talk a lot about like the younger generation and how we like to see people enjoying this lifestyle, but I thought it was really neat to just have like an actual kid, 9 years old, and he loves this lifestyle, and I just thought it'd be pretty neat to have him on and ask him a few questions. So, Ocean, where is your homestead at right now? Where are you living?
I live in Ohio.
He lives in Ohio. So, Ocean, when was like the first time you've kind of grown up always? You've grown up that you really liked. You've grown up with the farming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like your mom and dad, they kind of started gardening before you were born.
Yes.
Yes. So you've always been out in the garden and taking care of chickens, stuff like that.
Yes.
When was like the first time that you really thought, oh, I really like this? Like, was it just from the very beginning because you were raised with it, or like you really thought like a little bit after?
I think close to the beginning.
Close to the beginning. So like right from the start, this kid, like, he's out here. So what is your favorite thing to do? Like what all do you do on your homestead in Ohio?
Well, for one thing, we have to make sure we have to buy the seeds, we have to plant them, we have to water them, and like what everyone does, to garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have to feed the chickens, do everything to take care of the chicken. And then it's whatever else we do.
So what kind of animals all do you have?
We have chickens and geese.
Geese.
A goose.
A goose. What is your goose's name?
Linus.
Geese's goose.
What is your
Linus? How old is she?
I'd say 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Now do you like her? What does she do for you? Is she like protection over your flock, or is she like?
She could be.
She could be. Yeah. Yeah. Does she lay eggs?
She used to. She sometimes stops for a long time.
Yeah, that's okay. So how many chickens do you have?
19.
19. Holy moly. 19 chickens. Do you like chickens? What's your favorite breed of chicken?
It's hard to tell because you have different types. Because you could have a beautiful chicken, but it's incredibly mean. So I'd say the prettiest would probably be a Polish, and the most friendliest would probably be, I'd say, a Nosta. So it's hard to tell because it matters on the type of bird. I'd say, I don't know. I don't really have. I'd say ISAs are some of the most docile.
Yeah. So what would you like recommend to somebody who's starting out with chickens? Somebody who's very beginning. What kind of chicken would you say, like, yeah, that's the kind of chicken you want to get?
It would be either ISAs or black sexlings.
Black sexlings. Black sexlings are really good, aren't they?
Mine are 9 right now, and I have 4 of them. 4 original ones.
They're fan favorites amongst all of us.
Yeah. And they're 9 years old? 9 years old. How many of those did you start with, and how many do you have now?
I started with, I'm not sure. I think it was 6.
I think it was 2.
Yeah, it was 6.
I think it was 6 because that's how many we started. My aunt and uncle got chickens first before we did, and they got the Black Star Sexlings, and my parents kind of followed along after that. It wasn't but a year or so later that we were like, oh, like, let's get chickens. They had experience with the Black Star Sexlings, and we thought, like, that's the breed to go. And now I have 2 Black Star Sexlings left from my beginning flock of 6, and they're 8 years old. And they're doing really good. They lay for a while, don't they? Even if they're old.
Mine are still laying.
Yeah.
They're 9 years old, and some of them are still laying.
And that's impressive. Mine, I don't want mine to lay anymore because I feel like I just don't want them to like get
It's too
egg.
dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some of them, they can't stand it. How can they lay an egg? It's too dangerous.
They're so old, but they got it in them, huh? So, do you have any like what breeds of chickens do you have?
I have ISAs, Black Star Sex Links. I have I don't know if it's an Easter egger or a Americana, but I have one of them. A Leghorn, a Rhode Island Red, an Amberlink. A mix between an Old English Bantam. It's a mix of a maple pile and something else. And what is it? 2 buff cochins.
So tell us a little bit about that, because I know you have something going on. You have one little rooster, and how many little hens?
What do you mean by little hens bantams?
The little hens that you have
2.
with him. You have 2. So are you like getting those? Do you intend on incubating some of their eggs, or is that like a project that you yourself is working on?
The problem is that Peachy isn't one of the really ones who would actually brood. He's not very much of a bird that would brood.
So tell us a little bit about Peachy, because I know you had something with Peachy before.
I had him inside of our house.
Peachy was a house chicken. So what kind of breed of chicken is Peachy?
He is a mix of an Old English.
An Old English Game Bantam.
Yeah, an Old English Game Bantam mix. And
how was the whole scenario of having a house chicken? How'd that work?
It was kind of gross.
It's kind of gross.
Honesty, that's what it is.
So what all did you do with like your house chicken?
He really did whatever he wanted. He learned how to walk up the steps really early in the time. He woke up right next to me and stared at me when I woke up.
Did he crow?
Yes, one time I woke up and he just crowed at me right in the front of my face after I woke up.
That's funny.
And yeah, he just learned what to do, and then he just got really gross.
Did you have a diaper on him?
Yep.
Scooch in a little more. Did you have a diaper on him?
Yes.
Was the diaper the gross part?
Yes.
Because chickens poop a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Chickens poop a lot. Now he shed a lot too, didn't he? He lost a lot of.
It wasn't even feathers. It
was like the dry skin stuff.
Yeah, he like picked it and it just fell on the floor.
Yeah, that's not fun. So now he's outside living with
all the flock.
All the flock, or do you have him separated with the 2 ladies?
With all of them.
And you have all the chickens together now?
They're all together.
Okay. I thought you had them separated.
No.
You did it first.
Tommy died, so we didn't need the separate.
Oh, okay. Okay. Tommy was one of your other roosters.
Yeah, Tommy was the what do you call him? A Seabright.
A Seabright.
Yeah,
he was mean.
Yeah, he was the mean one. Like he would be one of the ones that you would use to incubate.
Yeah.
The type of chicken to incubate.
But he was super pretty, right?
He was like, if I would either say he or a Polish would be more pretty. Because they're like about the same thing. They look exactly the same.
So what kind of goose do you have?
It's I'm not sure. It's either a Toulouse or an American Buff. I think it's an American Buff though.
Is she nice?
Yes.
So what's your favorite thing about having a goose?
I think it's because I don't really know. It's just having a goose. Not a lot of people have a goose.
Not a lot of people have a goose. You're right. You're right. It's pretty fun, huh?
A lot of people don't have chickens either.
Not a lot of people have chickens. Do you think that everybody should get some chickens?
I think, yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because you need eggs. You can't buy eggs now.
You can't buy eggs. Why can't you buy eggs?
They cost so much.
They cost too much money, y'all. They cost too much money. And so you think having chickens and having eggs right from your backyard is a good idea?
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
What is your favorite farm chore?
Probably taking care of the chickens. Like feeding them. That's probably my favorite.
What is your least favorite farm chore?
I don't really know because it varies on what my dad and my mom want me to do to take care of the things. My least favorite is like trying to make a garden bed and rowing it and rowing it and rowing it.
Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah. Do you guys garden?
Yes.
Yes. So what kind of stuff do you grow in your garden?
We grow tomatoes, Last year we grew tomatoes, onions, garlic, potatoes, peppers, and most of the peppers did not come back, and the tomatoes got hit with blight. So they couldn't make it. Potatoes were fine. The corn wasn't the best because actually, no, we did get corn. Squash. Yeah. But but the one bed of potatoes went out because of the corn. The roots took them out.
That makes sense. So what was your favorite thing to grow in your garden this past year? Or ever in general? What's your favorite thing to grow?
Ooh, I'd say squash.
You like squash? Why do you like squash?
I think it's so interesting because they grow so fast. Like in a week they would grow like several feet long on their vines.
What's your favorite type of squash to eat? Do you like to eat it or do you just like to watch it grow?
I like it to watch it grow.
I respect that. That's my opinion on tomatoes. Hey, there's a question for you. Go ahead, Zach. Ask him.
Do you like eating fresh tomatoes?
No.
Why not?
Because they're disgusting.
Thank you. Case in point.
I said they taste like throw up whenever you chew them. It makes me want to throw up whenever I try them, especially those grape tomatoes.
Can you tell we're related? I don't like tomatoes either.
I don't like them.
When they pop in your mouth, the seeds just choke you on the throat. They ugh. And it's a weird texture.
It is. It's like a sourish, sweetish texture, and that shouldn't be for a vegetable.
That shouldn't be for a vegetable, guys. Come on. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you 100%. Thank you. Thank you for giving that helpful information here on the podcast. So do you grow any flowers?
Yes. We grow snapdragons.
Is that all you grow, or do you grow some other stuff too?
Zinnias.
Oh, do you like those?
Yes, I like zinnias.
What are your favorite type of flowers to grow?
Probably sunflowers.
Sunflowers? Why do you like sunflowers?
Well, because last year we grew, I think it was 3 years, we grew Goliath, and they were 10 feet tall. Goliath sunflowers, and they were 10 feet tall.
Wow, that's a big sunflower.
I like standing next to the tall ones.
Yeah, it was right next to our apple tree, so when we took it out, we had to be really careful not to rip up our apple tree.
Because their root system is big.
Yeah, it was like this big of the root system.
Because I still can't get the roots out of my garden from the sunflowers. They're stuck.
Hard.
They're stuck.
You're gonna need to take like one of those things and whack it and try to get it out.
It's stuck. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out. I'm just a small girl and I can't.
Yeah, the hand compares. Yeah, you're about the same size as my hand.
You don't have to mock me here on the podcast, Ocean. I know I'm small, okay? So, what is your favorite view? Now, I know you're not a big fan of vegetables, are you?
No.
Do you have like a favorite vegetable though that you grow? To eat.
Oh, I would not know. I think peppers are really fun to grow. To watch the seed.
To grow.
Yeah.
You don't like to eat them though.
No, I think it's fun to watch them, like when they see them grow.
You know, I respect this because I'm not really a huge fan of vegetables myself. They're okay, but they're not great. Raw vegetables, I prefer them cooked.
Cooked's my least favorite. I don't like cooked.
You don't like them cooked either?
No.
Oh no, what are you gonna do? You're a gardener who doesn't like vegetables.
No.
That's
hard.
Yeah. But I totally understand, like, it is cool to watch things grow.
It is.
Like, what grade are you in?
I'm not really in a grade. It can be from like 2nd to 4th. 2nd to 4th.
So you're pretty smart. Yeah, you're pretty smart, dude. So you like to see things grow. I always like that too. I think that's a cool way to like learn science and stuff and botany. I took botany one year and it's like the study of plants. Would you say you like the study of plants?
It's fun to watch because like you see the plant and you can watch it grow, and then one day you look and you see a flower, and then you see the pepper starting to grow, and then you see it to like a full pepper.
It is cool because it starts from a seed, and from that
it turns into an entire plant,
and then a flower.
Yep,
and then a fruit.
Yeah, then a fruit. Is it a fruit?
Well, that's what you would call it in like the plant. It would be a fruit, even though it's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's a vegetable.
Yeah, it'd be a fruit. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
A fruit.
There you go. Oh, Jovi was telling me, my other cousin Jovi,
Yes.
she was denying that it was a fruit, but we told her that it was.
It's tricky about that one.
It is. Do you know that your mama told me that a banana was a berry?
I didn't know. I thought it was a fruit. I didn't know it was a berry. I thought it was a fruit.
I didn't know what it was. I've heard people say that it was like berry, a nut or something
Vegetable or something like that.
Yeah, crazy stuff, real crazy. But like, yeah, tomatoes, fruits. Sorry. Anyway, so how much what should I ask next? What do you want to ask?
Or is there anything that you like eating out of the garden, or not?
I like kale. I like the kale that we grow. We grow kale.
Kale's good.
I like the kale. You can put it in smoothies and grind it up. It tastes really good in smoothies. What's the matter?
Kale is not. It's
good.
No.
You don't like kale?
No.
I like the kale, and I really like spinach.
Spinach is good. Okay, spinach is good.
I can eat the lettuce. I'm okay
lettuce
with
is good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of lettuce? Do you like the leaf lettuce or like the iceberg?
What's an ice? What do you mean by iceberg?
It's crunchy.
No, I don't like crunchy.
Oh, I like the iceberg lettuce.
I don't know if I actually like lettuce. I think I like the arugula type.
Arugula is not bad.
Yeah, I like that.
You ever put it on a pizza?
No, I've never put it on pizza. I always eat it raw.
You should put it on a pizza. Do you grow herbs?
Do you like the?
Yes.
What kind of herbs do you grow?
We grow lavender, parsley.
I love how you like gagged a little bit when I said put it on a pizza. You were like, ugh.
Yeah.
What kind of herbs do you grow?
We grow parsley. What would you say? Lavender, rosemary, calendula, dandelions, chamomile, lemon balm.
You guys like growing herbs. What do you do with your herbs? Do you dry them?
We dry them and then we make them into like oils and stuff like that.
Teas and salves and stuff. So like,
stuff like that.
Yeah, that's very resourceful. That's very cool.
Like this year I made like a calendula oil.
That stuff's good. That stuff's good. Like whenever I have like chapped hands and stuff, which is what I do now, put that stuff on there. It works. It works better than lotion.
Really?
Yeah, really. It does. Cause I've been putting lotion on for like months.
Really?
And look at my hands. They're still cracked.
I'll try it. My hands are cracked.
Yeah, I know. Well, yours are really cracked.
Look at us. Seeing them cracked. They could be a lot bad. They sometimes are all covered in blood.
Yeah, that's the.
All right, back to subject.
Okay. Yeah.
Back to subject.
So, what do you grow like pumpkins and stuff?
Yes, we grow pumpkins.
What kind of pumpkins?
Oh. What do you mean by what type of pumpkins?
You just grow like the big orange ones.
Yeah, the big ones.
What do you do with them? Do you carve them? Do you like?
Sometimes we carve them. Oh, I think we one time did white ones.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, do you grow other kinds?
Yeah, I think we one time did white ones. And there's a greenish orange one. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Have you ever been able to grow watermelon?
We started one, but whenever they do, they always get rotten before you can fully grow them.
That's what I'm saying.
Mine, I was growing one, and it was like I think they said it was supposed to be like a 5-pound watermelon or something. They got like this big, and then they were fully ripe, and it fell off, and I was like, well, I'm gonna cut it open. I'm gonna see. I cut it open, fully ripe. It tasted so good. It was like half a bite, but it was good.
It's like, and then you can't tell when they're done. You either cut them open entirely too soon, or it's like entirely too late. There's like never. I've never been able to harvest.
They are because you don't know if they're supposed to be too big. Because like right there, it could be entirely small or it could be big. You can't trust what they say.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It's very weird.
Watermelons are little tricksters.
Yeah, they are.
Do you like to eat watermelon though?
Yes, they always get rotten though. They do. They always rot.
Watermelon is so good.
It is.
Now I want watermelon.
Yes.
Do you know anywhere that sells watermelon? We need it. We need to do that. We need to go
got
out
one
in
the other day. I think Walmart had them.
We need to go into the snow, just like we do in the summer, and just sit on the swing and eat watermelon and just imagine summer. Are you ready for summer? Or do you like winter?
I like winter, but yeah, sometimes it's like you always want the season, and then once you get into it, then you want the other season. It's like right now I kind of want summer soon. I will want summer soon. Because I like it, like the first planting of all the plants, and then you watch them all get big. Yeah.
Do you guys like plan your garden out before?
Yes, we plan it out before.
Are you guys doing that right now?
Yeah, we plant it while it's still cold, and then we plant it when it's springtime. You know, when it's starting to turn into
So
spring.
have you guys done that yet?
We have been doing it, but it's a big project because we have to get everything right in our beds.
Right.
Because we grow a lot.
You do. Because you guys in your house, you get all your grow lights set up, and you have like tables. We have lots of tables.
And the table is about more than half of this room.
Yeah. It's like large
and
tables.
We have 2 of them.
With grow lights. It looks like a whole like nursery.
It is.
Greenhouse.
It's a small greenhouse.
It's a very large operation, guys. Up there in Ohio. They're doing things.
But then it's frustrating because then if something happens to them and then you hit them, they'll all die. Yeah. Like if you bump them, they go flying, they'll all be gone.
Yeah. So note to self, don't bump the plants.
Yeah. What is your favorite memory with the garden? And then I can ask the same thing with chickens or anything. Like, what is your favorite memory with chickens and garden, stuff like that?
All right. What I would say is that's really hard because it's all different. There's several things. I don't know. I would not know.
What about chickens? Do you have like a favorite moment that you recall like specifically?
Probably when I let them out and they all run around. It's probably like my favorite time.
You like that?
Yeah. Because
I like that too.
I barely ever get them the free range.
I dropped it. There you go.
Maybe you need this for a fidget toy.
Maybe I do. You're right. Anyway, we're over here fidgeting with things. Do you like to go barefoot in your garden and like out in the dirt and stuff?
Sometimes, yeah. But you just have to be careful because our neighbor has tons of bees, so you have to be really careful.
Bees are not fun. I got stung like 7 times this past summer.
It's really bad if you step on one barefoot because they'll all come up.
Yeah, well, what happens when they actually like fly up your pants?
Ouch. Imagine if they got you up the nose.
Ew. Oh, gosh. No. That's very uncomfortable. No. So, next question. What do you think we should talk about? What do you think we should ask?
I know. We've asked about everything.
You think so? Think we've asked about everything? So what would you say? Because we like to. Do you have any more questions?
I don't have anything now.
So what would you say? This is the final question we like to ask everybody. What is your favorite thing about this lifestyle?
I think it's that you're able to grow your own food and not have to go to the store and buy things. You have you don't have to get in the car, drive. You can just go in the garden, pick it out, or in the freezer if you already have it.
That's super good. That's really good.
I do have a question. Do you plan on continuing this life? I mean, I feel like you do, but
yes, I do.
Do you plan on continuing this and one day owning a farm or maybe a smaller piece of property and doing that?
Yes.
You think what kind of animals do you think you'll have on that property and farm?
I would say I definitely want I would say ducks, geese, chickens, a horse or 2, maybe a cow. I'd say about that. Several goats, a pig. Like an actual farm.
So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A farmer.
A farmer. There you go, guys. A farmer. I think it's so cool. And like we've talked about before and we said at the beginning of this episode, just to like seeing the younger generation and like I'm not saying like just kids in general. I'm saying like young adults, like we're talking in their 20s, like however old you are. But I like to see like these next generations actually taking hold of like the ability that God has given us, the ground that we walk on, to be able to take care of it and cultivate the earth, and he's given us animals that we can take care of as well. And I think that's super awesome because I think for us as farmers, I think God has made us to take care of the earth, and I think that's stewarding his creation. And I think it's super cool to see people starting to want to become more self-sufficient and to want to take care of their land and the earth, and to want to provide food for themselves and for their family, and not depending upon the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Having food in your freezer is a good thing, right?
Yes.
Always a good thing. The way that I kind of see it is back to Genesis, really, is God created the Garden of Eden, but I kind of see my property as my own little Eden in a sense. It's making the most of what you have and just utilizing what you can, but also doing the things that were here since the beginning, growing plants and animals and learning and just stewarding things.
Yep. I think that's super cool, Ocean, that you want to be a farmer when you grow up. And I think that's a super good trait to carry out, because I think that's going to be a very it's going to be good for you. It's going to be a very self-sufficient, and I think it's going to be something that you can always fall back on. And I think that's really cool that you're 9 years old and you're learning how to take care of these things now, and he's learning responsibilities like taking care of the chickens. I think that's great as kids. I think we should all have responsibilities, and these are very valuable learning lessons just in his younger age. And I know for me personally, being able to grow up with stuff like that, it's been a great learning experience for me too, because I can now go into the future, buy a piece of land, and know what I'm doing, instead of these other people who are like getting off of their corporate jobs and just starting from scratch and not necessarily knowing. So I think that's super cool. I think that's really inspiring to all the other people who watch this, whether you're young or you're old. Take this 9-year-old as an example, and it's never too early, never too late to follow your dreams and pursue your passions.
Right. And we've talked about this, and that's kind of the big part of what our channel is like, I bucket garden for a lot of my things. Anybody can bucket garden, even if you have a balcony. You can grow in a kiddie pool on a balcony if your balcony is big enough. You can add in little planters to go along the railing. You can start wherever you are, and that's really a main reason of why I started where I am, is because I want people to be able to not wait. I talked about this in a YouTube video that I filmed for my channel, but I was talking about if you're waiting for the perfect time's never going to come to start it, because I was initially going to wait until I got land to start a YouTube channel, because I was like, in my head, that kind of just made sense. You wait until you actually have something to show or something worth documenting. And I was like, I can't do that, because there's something in me missing.
The process is everything. The process is everything. Seeing where you start and seeing where you stop. I mean, for a lot of people, if they click on your YouTube channel now, they can go back when you do get your farm. They can go back and see where you started and be like, oh, he started on very small property and he grew from that. Right. And that's also very inspiring. And I think that's why people, like, your garden, your space is not going to look the same as everybody else's, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be yours, and it's going to be perfected to your liking.
Exactly. I like that, because it's what we've talked about the whole time with this, is everybody's garden, everybody's farm is completely unique. We've talked to people growing in Maine who have to do goats and have them up on the higher properties. We've talked to people who are in Nebraska raising hundreds of hogs and how they do that. We've talked to so many different people, and I think that it's really nice that we're able to showcase that. Of it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you start, just starting is the big thing, and knowing what you want to do, and it doesn't have to be a strict plan, it can be very loose, but going forward with that and following your passions and your dreams with this is really something that you want to do.
Right. And I think that's what's so fun about this series. We're able to see a lot of different perspectives on this lifestyle, and a lot of different practices and ways that people are doing their farms and stuff like that. So, Ocean, we are so glad that you got to join us here on the podcast.
I am too.
I hope that you come back sometime, and then we'll be able to talk to you more about all your gardening and farming and whatnot. Okay. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ocean.
All right, guys, that's everything for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.